Hey everyone, it's Maureen and welcome back to the channel. Today we're unboxing the iPad Air 13-inch M3. This has been released recently and I have mentioned this on my other video. We're also going to be comparing it to the iPad Pro M2. If you have the iPad Pro M2 like me, you might be wondering if it's worth upgrading from the iPad Pro to the iPad Air, or if you're interested in getting an iPad but you don't know which one you're gonna get. If you are interested on this video, just keep on watching. In the Apple Store, they said here that the lightning fast M3 chip on the iPad Air M3 powers Apple Intelligence and brings breakout performance to iPad Air with a powerful CPU, GPU, and neutral engine. It's nearly twice faster than the iPad Air with M1 chip. So they're actually comparing it with the iPad Air that was released a couple years ago. I'm not really sure, but I'm gonna put it right here in the video. The GPU architecture brings advanced graphics, whether you're working, streaming, creating, or gaming, all with amazing efficiency for all-day battery life. It has a 9-core GPU with up to 40% faster graphic performance than the M1 chip, with support for dynamic caching, hardware, accelerated mesh shading, and ray tracing. The faster neutral engine in M3 allows for more AI capabilities in iPad OS, with up to 60% faster performance for AI-based workloads compared to the M1. So let me just record my screen quick here so that you guys can see. Is it recording? Okay, so when you go to the Apple website, you click, of course, right? You go to the area here, and then you go to iPad, and then the iPad Air, and then it will give you informations about it, like flight speed and blah 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 blah. iPad Air, and then buy. It will give you like different sizes. It has 11-inch and 13-inch with different prices right here. You can pick your favorite color. It has a space gray, it has blue, purple, and starlight, with different storage choices here. We got 128, 256, 512, and 1 terabyte, and they have different prices. The bigger the storage, the more expensive it is. You can also choose if either you want Wi-Fi or plus cellular, and plus cellular is more expensive than the Wi-Fi only. And you can also add engraving if you want, or no engraving. If you're giving it to someone as a gift, it'd be a nice idea to add engraving. It's really cool. Like for example, I'm gonna put it Maureen, and you can even put a heart here also, or a star. With the iPad Air M3, it is compatible with the Apple Pencil Pro. It is also compatible with Apple Pencil, USB-C, and also with the Apple Pencil 2nd generation. I'm not really sure with the 1st generation. You can actually include the Magic Keyboard, which I think only has a white color here. I think it's just white. Why is that? Like, yeah, if you're in a different country, you can actually get it with those languages, and mine is just in the US anyway, so we'll confirm it. And if you have an iPad that you want to trade in, you can do that, but we'll just click the no trade in, and then yeah, you have payment options here. If it's financed by Apple Card, you can do that for 12 months, or if we just buy it full price here, and you can add Apple Care Plus. I don't usually add Apple Care Plus because I take care of my gadgets really well. Adding the Magic Keyboard with the Starlight, 128 gigabytes Wi-Fi. It's actually 1118. You have choices to get those accessories if you want. The smart keyboard folio, if you want to add that, probably is way more expensive if you add those. It's already been 1100 adding the Magic Keyboard, so it's a bit expensive. So if you're thinking about like, should I get an iPad Air with the Magic Keyboard? Questions: am I using it like a laptop, or am I just using it for drawing or writing, note-taking, or you want to make it as a computer? You can actually buy on Amazon, which is way cheaper than the Magic Keyboard that Apple is offering. So I still kept my iPad Pro 12.9 inch. I think I bought it in 2022. I use it for also note-taking, scanning the web, or researching. Lightweight, also powerful, so that's why I got that. Key differences between the iPad Air and the iPad Pro: 1M higher than the other or lower than the other. Buyers choose the iPad Pro because of its powerful performance, right? Seeking for lighter alternative for like a laptop, the iPad Pro is perfect for that. But with iPad Air, it offers a compelling blend of performance and features at a price point that often more accessible than the iPad Pro. The iPad Air has 4 different colors compared to the iPad Pro. iPad Pro has 2 colors only. There isn't much difference with the sizing with the iPad Pro 12.9 inch and with the iPad Air M3 13 inch. Again, there is an 11 inch, but we are gonna be focusing on the larger display, which is the 13 inch. Price point for the bigger iPads for the iPad Air M3 and iPad Pro M2 is definitely the same. The iPad Pro 2022 today runs from $699 for 128 gigabytes, $800 for Wi-Fi, and that is already 1 terabyte. So that's a lot of storage for $800. With a new iPad Air, it runs from $799 for the lowest storage, which is 128 gigabytes, $1299 for the 1 terabyte. Obviously, the iPad Pro M2 2022 is now cheaper than the iPad Air 2025 M3, and the iPad Pro has more storage capacity from 128 gigabytes to 2 terabyte. The difference is not a lot, but the M2 iPad Pro, which is released in 2022, is definitely heavier than the new iPad Air M3 2025. I feel like they're the same. They for sure has really good display, okay? But iPad Pro M2 is ahead because it has XDR brightness and ProMotion technology, which the iPad Air M3 lacks. Air M3 and then iPad Pro M2. So far, they have the same 8-core CPU with 4 performance cores and 4 efficiency core, but iPad Pro M2 is ahead with a 10-core GPU compared to the iPad Air M3.
Tell me what's been going on. Okay. Remember old dude from 2019? Nice clean nigga did me dirtier than laundry.
They surprisingly have the same battery and power, both surfing in the web or watching video. Both can have Apple Pencil compatibility and have their own Magic Keyboard. If you like taking pictures with your iPad, both have a good camera, 12 megapixel wide camera. But in addition, the iPad Pro M2 has 10 megapixel ultra wide cameras, which the iPad Air does not have. f1.8 aperture, but in addition, again, to the iPad Pro M2, it has ultra wide f2.4 aperture. iPad Pro also is ahead because it has a true tone flash. For the front camera, they are pretty much the same, but again, iPad Pro M2 has a portrait mode and advanced bokeh and depth control, which the iPad Air M3 lacks. In addition to that, iPad Pro M2 also has a portrait lighting with 6 effects: natural, studio, contour, stage, stage mono, and high key mono. iPad Pro M2 also has Animoji and Memoji, which the iPad Air M3 does not have. Let's talk about video recording. If you're using the camera of the iPad, both has 4K at 24 until 60 FPS, but the iPad Pro M2 again is ahead with its ProRes video recording and audio zoom plus stereo recording. So if camera is really important to you, iPad Pro is ahead. So audio, iPad Air M3 has landscape stereo speakers and iPad Pro M2 has a 4-speaker audio and also has 5 studio quality microphones, while the iPad M3 only has 2. For secure authentication, iPad Air is Touch ID. If you have an iPhone 16 series, you would get annoyed with the Touch ID. So iPad Pro is the way to go because it has Face ID like your iPhone 16 Pro Max. They both have Apple Pay, they have Siri and Apple Intelligence. If you're looking at getting the iPad with the cellular, both accepts eSIM, But the iPad Pro M2, of course, accepts nano SIM. I think important and helpful to countries that still not accepting the eSIM capability of their gadgets. For connector, USB-C for iPad Air and Thunderbolt or USB 4 for iPad Pro M2. Sensors, they both have 3-axis gyro, accelerometer, ambient light sensor, and barometer. But iPad Pro M2 has a LiDAR scanner, which the iPad Air M3 lacks. While both iPad Pro and iPad Air are powerful tablets, they have limitations. The biggest limitation of both is lack of expandable storage. For example, if you want to transfer files like you do on your MacBook Pro or in any other computer, you can't transfer from your micro SD or your SD card to your SSD because there's only one port, so you need an adapter. You can actually do it, but it's very complicated. So drawing and note-taking is absolutely fantastic. It's amazing. I haven't done any heavy video editing, but I've tried stacking videos, 3 videos in one, and the iPad Air is very powerful that it didn't even lag. It's incredibly smooth. M3 is very powerful. Gaming is also amazing. I love it. The colors and all that, you can see, it seems like you're in the game. If you actually like the colors that is listed on the iPad Air M3, go for it. But if you don't care about the color of the iPad, then just get the iPad Pro M2. You're just gonna cover it anyways. Both have really good displays. Both have liquid Retina XDR displays, but the iPad Pro has ProMotion technology that offers a faster refresh rate. And again, if you take pictures or take videos using your iPad Pro is better than the iPad Air M3 because it has a 10 megapixel ultra wide camera and a ProRes that enables high quality video recording. In addition, the iPad Pro M2 has a true depth camera system to use for Face ID and Animoji. While both is charging via USB-C, iPad Pro supports Thunderbolt high-speed data transfer, allowing quick transfer of large files like photos and videos or documents. iPad Pro also has a USB 4, the latest generation of the Universal Serial Bus Standard, offering faster data transfer speeds. Size and weight difference is not too much. For depth only, iPad Pro is 0.25 inch thicker than the iPad Air M3. The iPad Pro M2 also is 66 grams heavier than the iPad Air M3, and this is only for Wi-Fi. So the iPad Air M3 featuring the powerful Apple M3 chip with stunning, beautiful colors. They're definitely selling this iPad Air for students out there that are also a content creator. Again, if you have an $800, definitely get the iPad Pro M2 since it has the lowest price. It has a powerful capability for video editing and other tasks. You can get it for a cheaper price. Not cheap. It's affordable price. Comment down below what you think. If you have an iPad, which iPad you have. If you bought the iPad Air M3, what do you think about it in the comments down below, and so we can help other viewers out there. I hope you have a wonderful day and night, and I will see you on my next one. Bye!